Yeah, when we ain't got a room and all that shit, man.
Oh, y'all got lit.
Sucky now.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Okay. All right. Hey man,
Check,
Gatekeepers
check,
podcast.
Gatekeepers.
Check. We
Yeah,
all good,
we
Noise? We A1?
Yeah, we good.
Since day one. Hey man, at Miles Low Music, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pornhub, Tinder, Bumble. You feel me? It's Miles Low, ITZ Miles Low on PlayStation. If you playing 2K, you playing The Sims. You know what I'm saying? My family got more money than your family in The Sims. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What else, man? Shit.
You really play The Sims?
I love The Sims. What?
Oh wow.
You don't play The Sims?
I used to play like Sim City when I was little.
That was the start of it. Like I was in love since
okay.
then, bro.
All right.
I was in love with.
I don't
What?
play the one with the people though. Like the
It's the same thing. They all had people.
like I used to like build buildings and shit.
Okay, so, all right, whatever. So you didn't raise a family, you just built buildings and sold them to.
Yeah.
Is Sims still popping?
Yes,
That's still a thing?
nigga, what?
That's wow.
I grew up on Life, man. There was no room for Sims.
You just before like video games really took off like that.
What?
Yes.
Bro, they had the golden age of video games. What you talking
Sims
about?
was still popping. I'm talking about Life, like the board game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For video games,
There
like,
was
you
no.
you
I
was
ain't
like,
need Sims. I just pulled the Life out.
I was cool off life.
I
Life
wanted
was,
like 6
Monopoly
kids, put
is
them in
a
the
board
van
game.
and shit.
all right, yeah, that was always weird as hell to me. Like I never.
I
liked
used to fuck
Life.
with Clue. That was like the only
Clue
board
was
game
cool.
I used to like really fuck with.
I don't think I ever played Clue. It looked cool. I
It
like
was
that
fun.
murderous type or whatever, figuring things out, but I never played it.
I feel it.
Clue, Guess Who?
Clue, guess who? Yeah, guess
Yeah.
who?
Y'all ever
Yeah,
play
man.
Trivial Pursuit, or is that too nerdy for y'all?
I
I
did.
never
It
heard of
wasn't
that.
for me.
The shit, yeah, that's like Monopoly.
never
and
knew
shit.
any of the
That's
fucking
like
answers,
Monopoly.
bro.
Like I've never played Monopoly all the way
Really?
through.
Monopoly
Yeah.
was popping back in the
Monopoly
day.
just-
Okay, nah. To be real, I've never finished the game. but-
Shit.
I mean, now they got just all kind of wild monopolies. but
Motown
the
Monopoly.
original just Monopoly.
I've
that was
never
cool.
known like the true rules of Monopoly though.
That's because everybody changes it
But
everywhere
when
you
you-
go.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit like Uno,
Like,
bro.
Sometimes you getting money. The if you get in the jail or whatever, the money you get goes to the go parking or something,
Yeah.
whatever that is. And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Whatever, all kinds of wild stuff.
You gotta put the Monopoly up there with like Uno, dominoes, and spades.
Yeah, Uno
Like,
was popular.
it just depends on who you playing.
Got you. Well, what up, everybody? It's your boy Noise at Beats by Noise everywhere. Motherfucking beatsbynoise.com.
Fresh fade noise.
Appreciate you.
Fresh fade noise. Hold on.
Wave
We gonna acknowledge
dipping.
it.
Wave dipping.
We acknowledge the wave. Show them the back of the neck too. You gotta show them the back of the neck. You know what I'm saying? Not every day that it's like that. It's showable. You know what I'm saying?
I
We
feel
out
it.
here. I'm living, man.
Casket sharp.
Hey. But yeah, I'm done. Y'all good.
Just call me Spence, man. Hungover Poppy. You feel me? Just call me Spence,
that's
man.
the one.
That's it.
That's the one.
And before we like get all the way into my guest, man, I want to invite Spence into my newfound life. I told you guys, was it last week, that I'm transitioning from being a drinker to more of a smoker.
Okay.
Just because I'm cool with hangovers. I'm cool off those
Yeah.
from here on out. I'm cool off those from here on out, man. So
Yeah.
just know you more than welcome
know,
to, you know what I mean,
I
be a
don't-
new smoker with
You
your
know,
boy.
I can't do
Eat
that.
edibles,
You know.
what I'm saying? And
Based on my occupation, I can't do that.
okay,
but
there we go.
I'm just a social drinker, man. But me and wifey, you kicked it and
I get
shit.
social.
She gave me like I took like a triple shot of like Hennessy.
Oh my.
That shit damn near killed me, man.
Yeah, that's
that shit
You
almost
was trying
killed me.
to end your
Yeah, I
life.
was like,
why would
ooh.
you do that?
ethanol,
Yourself.
nigga.
Yeah.
That's
Your
91,
liver
nigga.
hates you right now.
So man,
That's
it's been
$3.99 a gallon,
it's
nigga.
been,
What you mean?
it's been a hell of a
Hell of a hour.
yeah.
my.
Hell of a right.
Yeah.
Okay.
A triple shot to do that.
It's like a triple shot.
You did it, man. You did
That's
it.
a Long Island in a shot.
Nigga, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
that's hooch, my nigga. That's
You know.
mm-mm.
Don't ever do that.
Nah.
Ever, nigga.
I know better than that.
Not
No.
with dark. Ever.
And that was like the end. So we had already been drinking and shit. And that
Oh,
was the
you
last
crazy.
thing.
I was like, you know what?
Y'all built different.
Might as well dust this off. Like you had half a bottle of Henny, like I might as well dust this
yeah,
off.
she was,
and-
she poured us another drink and shit before bed, and yeah,
Well-
that shit almost took me out, man. It wasn't all, woo, but that drunk dick something else, boy.
This
Let me
nigga.
tell you.
Was it a lesson learned, or you ready to do it again? That's the key question.
Well, it depends on it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man.
But that
I'm glad you enjoyed
boy,
the weekend, man.
Try high dick, man.
I had
Try to give it a bit hot.
boy,
Try
I
to give your
had,
girl high dick. Probably.
Captain Planet down there, boy. Niggas
Hey, man.
tearing some
He's a
shit
hero.
up, working some shit out.
But yeah, man. I'm glad you had a good night.
Yes, sir.
I got my man Mike Xavier in the building, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is on, LA's on. Like, what's the proper
Man,
turf that we claiming?
you know what? I don't even know, man. Really, I just been
But no, man.
showing so much love from Vegas, Of
course.
And I've been in LA majority of my life. So for me, I just show love to both cities. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. New dad, man. Again,
Yeah,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
My boy,
Congratulations, man.
Starting over, doing it again, Blessings.
That's a blessing.
Number 2, man. How does that? I've had somebody who doesn't have any kids. Like, how does it feel? Like, that seems like so. Like, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that feel for you?
It's great, man. I look at it like ultimately in the end, there's so many things that people get wrapped up in that don't even matter, right? Like money doesn't go with you, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you leave a legacy through your children,
Okay.
So it's like, for me, it's just about showing them all the things that nobody ever taught me. You know what I'm saying? Making them better than I am, than I ever was. Just so many things that you don't learn from other people that you try to put them up on game. You know what I'm saying? So you could you could change the world through them in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. It's a blessing.
Okay, that's cool, man. Family been good all pandemic. Nobody.
Yeah,
cool.
nah,
Like,
we've been good. Nah, we've been good. We ain't did nothing but stay in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't go anywhere. So as soon as everything got shut down, we was just in the crib chilling.
Okay.
Didn't go nowhere. Didn't talk to nobody. Just on the socials, but stayed home. You know what I'm saying?
Feel that.
And that's it until we open up the studio now. But other than that, we just at the studio and back to the crib.
Talk about the studio
right,
real quick. Keep going with the studio.
So we opened up a photography studio. But that's because we were already doing photography for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm always looking for different ways to expand, and you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to have something to leave for the kids too at the same time. And I was just like, let's open up a studio. You know what I'm saying? I thought about opening up a recording studio actually, but I feel like it's just so much more to manage because you can't just really come in and let people do their thing. You gotta be there.
Right.
You gotta
Or
have
you
an
gotta
engineer
have
to be
an
there,
engineer
or
there,
and so it's just a lot more to manage.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go
payroll.
the studio route. Yeah, exactly. But with the photography studio, we were already doing that. People would ask us on the photography side if we, had a studio. So we just set it up. The stars really aligned because the location is really cool. A lot of people come through, and it's been word of mouth because it's been busy. But it's all been word of mouth so far. And because of that, it's just been a blessing. But it was just a lot easier to manage, And it's just one of many like endeavors that I want to get into because I just want to do more things, and I'm trying to create multiple sources of income essentially, But it's been good.
Like what else though? What else? So you want to?
Well, for me,
that you can talk about at least,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to do a lot of things, right? So I was already doing events. Before we got shut down, so I had to deal with Caesars Entertainment where I was doing the shows at the Link.
Right.
I don't know if you ever saw it, but in front of In and Out, we would set up a stage on top of the fountain. Yeah. And that was real cool because they would let us do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like before, I used to have a deal with the Cromwell, and so we would go and do a 2-hour show at the Cromwell, and that was cool. And they let me play my original music right there at the Cromwell, and it was dope because we were just talking about it, and the music would play through the whole casino. So if you were coming down the elevator, if you're walking down, playing craps or whatever, what we were playing on stage was playing through the whole building. So that was cool. And so was the deal with Caesars because they would let me bring in artists and do their original music, which is really dope.
That's dope.
And that got shut down. So, but that's one source that I want to do for my events. Like I had some big things planned before we got shut down. And I would ultimately too, I would also like to open up a venue, but I'm just waiting now because that got shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I got to wait that out. But at the same time, it's like now there's probably going to be less competition. Unfortunately for, whatever happened. But it might be a little easier to get in.
Like, ain't bunkhouse for sale? Ain't bunkhouse?
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. Well, look, we talk about like ownership, right?
Yeah.
You know, like owning everything. So it's like really, from my point of view, I was bringing the venues a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it was like my show or if I was hosting a show, people were coming. And like the very last show I did at Bunkhouse sold out. Mm-hmm. And I had another show March 27th of last year, and there was like 2 weeks out, and there was only like 50 tickets left. So it wasn't gonna sell out even sooner than the last one did, right? Mm-hmm. And I know they were coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like I was making my money, but at the same time, like I know the bar was coming up.
Yeah, it was appreciative.
You know what I'm saying? So my mind is like, if I own the bar, if I own the venue, then I get to keep the ticket sales, and I get to keep the bar sales, and that's just
then you the big homie. Then you hiring people to
another revenue, you know? So I want to do that. The photography studio, we do photography at the same time, and I'm doing stocks right now. Yeah. Every day I'm messing with the stock market.
Nice.
So I'm just trying to have. The goal is like 7+ sources of income. You know, that's the goal.
That's what's up,
man. Okay.
That sounds that's okay.
All right. So
what ownership?
There's a lot of things that you do, like, you know, for these sources of income that are creative. Right. So what was it, the music that inspired you to get into those other creative outlets, or was it just the want and passion to do those other creative things?
For me, I think it's just about right now I'm on this whole mindset of leaving my mark on the world in as many ways as possible, right? So for me, if somebody really enjoys my music and they come to a show and they were really feeling it, cool, you know? And if I could take like a dope photo, or like, for example, with the photography studio, people come in and it's really dope to see them create their vision in the space. Right. So you get a lot of people that are trying to build a brand, you know, a lot of clothing brands. Yeah. Or this girl's doing some soap thing, or all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's really cool to be a part of that, because they come in and they're creating their vision and they're sharing that to their friends and family, and we're a part of that, you know what I'm saying? So there's a mark there. With the music's another thing. With the events that I was doing, that was really cool, because people would come in and they would experience this dope vibe. And I was doing them here. I did it in San Francisco. I was doing it in San Diego and LA. So I was really starting to branch out before we got shut down. But it was just a whole experience. So that was something that people were like, oh, this is dope. Who did that? And then they would think of me. And then with the venue, same thing. So I'm just trying to leave my mark in many different ways. I'm in this whole mindset right now that it's all right to be successful in more ways than one, you know? I get that people are like, they're dedicated to the craft, to the one thing. But also I feel like that doesn't stop, that shouldn't stop you from being like, you're a dope artist, right? Like you could paint dope picture and you could write a dope verse, but then you could be an author, you could be a director, you know what I'm saying? I just think we could do more things than one. Look at Puffy, right? Puffy got like all these different things that he's doing. He got the Revolt, he got this and that, like you know, Jay-Z, like all these people, they just got different things they could do. So I feel like it's the same thing. You could do many different things to be successful.
Got you.
How did you, what's the word? How did you, on a putting on events kind of scale, you know, how did you acquire these connections and resources and you know, relationships that allowed you to do this? Because this isn't stuff that people have seen in this city on a big level in a nice while. You know what I mean? Right. How did you, as somebody who we can sit here and actually talk to, how did you make that happen? How did you get the connection with Caesars, with Cromwell, with, you know what I mean, a local bar downtown, Bunkhouse, where you can do your own thing? How you go to LA and San Diego and San Fran? How did you make that shit happen?
I'll break it down individually so you have a better grasp of it, right? So I think the first one you said was like, let's take Cromwell, right, for example. Cromwell and Caesars were both one and the same. It was thankfully just from me building a brand. So I didn't even hit them up. They hit me up. And so like with Cromwell, which is the first one, they hit me up and was like, yo, we heard of you, right? And then the same thing with Caesars. They hit me up and was like, hey, we want to do this thing. It would be your show. The Cromwell was just basically like like a kind of semi-residency, right?
Yeah.
But they had just heard about me and was like, yo, you could do that here.
So what I mean is, I'm sorry to cut you off. How did you get to the point where they're hitting you up? That's the goal. Everybody want to have passive income where people come to us and want to get us for verses and get us for studio time and get us for shows. But a lot of times we got to go out there and get it ourselves. You know what I mean?
Well, I would say the biggest thing with those two particular deals was just being everywhere, right? So like getting my name out everywhere. So if somebody was looking for something, my thing is like I'm big on building a brand, right?
Right.
So let's just say if you're an engineer, right, or you're a radio host, right? If I were in either one of your shoes, I would get my name out to everybody, right? So like how you did it, you're doing it already, right? Because he said, "Hey, I need a host," and he hit you up. I heard about you. That's what it is. I'm just doing it in different, like I guess, what's the word? Like aspects, right? So they know I'm an artist, but they also know that I curate events, right? So when they think, oh, I want to put on like a live music show, blah, whatever, somebody that's in the community, they think of me. You know what I'm saying? So it was all part of the branding. So I'm trying to be specific about it, but really it was just about me getting my name out there in different ways. So they know I'm an artist, but they know I put together events. So now I have people that are hitting me up about the photography studio just because I'm getting that out there. You get what I'm saying? So it's really on building a brand because it's not easy. I've done it before for sure, but it's not easy to get someone at, let's just say, I don't know, Bellagio. You're trying to do a show at Bellagio. It's not easy to get that contact. You know, there's ways to do it, but it's obviously much easier if you're getting that name out there and somebody's thinking of doing something and they think of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now on the side of like Bunkhouse, right? Or even I mean, look, Bunkhouse, Vinyl, Brooklyn Bowl, House of Blues.
Yeah.
Those ones I went to. Right.
Independent spots.
And the way that I went about that is by networking. Like I got an intro to Bunkhouse from somebody that I work at the time. And I was just networking. Like if you said you're going to LA, in my mind, whenever I'm having these conversations with people, right, I'm always taking details in, right? So if ever I was going to go to LA and try to get connected with the radio station, whatever, I would be like, yo, Miles knows somebody.
Right.
Miles, you know anybody you can introduce me to? I get that introduction, and then you follow the steps to, you know, build a relationship or whatever. But that's how Bunkhouse worked out. And then ever since then, the biggest thing for me is being easy to do business with. So if you get an opportunity, right, to do business with somebody, do it right. You know, they send you an email, reply to the email. Or when you send the email, make sure the email is well written. The grammar's right. You're smooth in how you write the thing, you know, put it all together.
Little shit.
Yeah, it makes a difference, you know? And that's how you build the relationships. And then you keep the relationships right. But that's really what it is and being consistent. Like, you know, the show at Vinyl that I just posted about, right? So to kind of put things in perspective, that show at Vinyl, it was February 1st, right? I booked the show officially in November, like towards the end of November.
Okay.
But I had been trying to book the show since like the end of May. It took me 6 months to book that show, you know? And that was because dude was ignoring me. I was trying to get back to him, wouldn't get back to me. I just kept following up. It just took a lot of patience.
Hey, man, shout out to Mike Xavier.
Yeah, man.
For those of y'all who don't know, my man, we saw the bitch out, man.
We saw that motherfucker out.
We saw the bitch. I'm gonna say we because we did a little part 2. You know what I'm saying? But this man's a fucking hustler, man. Put me, Vic Smith, put the, you know what I mean, put the band
squad,
up
man.
there.
It was popping, man. I wish we can go back to it. That's
Right.
for sure,
Right.
man.
We missed that shit,
That's
man.
for sure.
Miss that energy.
We
man.
even got my man Spence to come out the house that night. You know what I'm saying?
He sure did,
Spence
man.
in the squad, and you know, look at how look
How
where we
it all
at now.
comes
Where we
together,
at,
man.
Now look where we at. You know what I'm saying? That's dope though, man. Because that you talk about how long it took you to make that happen. Because that was only a couple of hours of our life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like
Right.
it took a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of hassling and a lot of, you know, I don't know if stress is the word, but a lot of, you know, build up, a lot of connections, a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of groundwork that's not sexy. It's not cute to put on Instagram and look nice doing this.
Right.
But it needs to be done, you know? So
It's patience, man, because I'm, you know, just like anybody else, if you're an artist, right? You're seeing these other artists get put on. And you're like, yo, let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do it. Just give me a date. That's all I need.
Right.
But at the time, you would see, I pay attention to everything going on, you know what I'm saying? So you would see these different artists, and I'm like, yo, let me do my thing. That's all I need is just a date, you know what I'm saying?
There's a chance.
But you still got to be professional and just like, yo, cool, come back with a follow-up. One key thing I'll put out there just for any business you're doing, but what's important about follow-up is that it's a different follow-up every time. Where a lot of people make a mistake, and this is just in business in general, is if I'm trying to book a studio session with you, right? Or you're trying to get a job at a radio station, and you write one email and it's smooth, and they don't get back to you. A lot of times people send the same exact thing, and then they start to get upset about it. So it's the same thing, but it's like, yo, I sent you this email, you ain't get back to me. It has to be something new and different, right? So when I was trying to book that show at Vinyl, at the time, I don't know exactly what it was, but I know I was doing a lot of things, and I was like, yo, first one is like, hey, I just did this, let me get on, right? Second one, yo, I just did this time, let me get on. Yo, this time I was just at House of Blues, let me get on. This time I was at the main room at House of Blues, let me get on. So it was always something different.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
You don't come back until you got something else to show and prove.
Exactly.
Talk Life is Beautiful for me.
Man, Life is Beautiful was dope. That took a long time too, you know?
Right.
Well, I mean, I'll say for me, it took 2 years to be fully transparent with you. Now, I think that's kind of short, but it could also be long.
Well, I mean,
you know, it depends.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I like the whole purpose for just a quick thing about me. When I do interviews and I've done radio and I do these podcasts, I say it all the time. Like, my aspect always comes from a kid who's grown up watching interviews and hearing podcasts just to pick gems from somebody who's done it before. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I there's no reason to ask, what's your favorite color, Mike?
Right.
Hey, when you're writing, what do you like to eat before you write? No, fuck all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I also know that 2 years, that seems like forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until you're 2 years in, and then you look back like, damn, that was quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but
well, the reason why I say it was quick is because I moved out here at the end of 2015, right? So really like 2016, because I didn't even do anything, perform, go out, nowhere till April 2016. And so from 2016 to, and I think, so 2016 is when I first went out to do a little show. I was at an open mic, right? And then September 2016 was the first time I went to Life is Beautiful. And then September 2018, I was on Life is Beautiful. Right, so I feel like that was a short time to go from I was just at an open mic, right,
of course,
to now I'm on Life is Beautiful. But at the same time, it took 2 years. So some people were looking at it like, oh, you know, just now, real quick, all of a sudden, but it wasn't like that.
Do you mean 2 years of you actively trying to get on Life is Beautiful, or 2 years just from start to finish?
I mean, if you look on actively, it was like a year and a half, right? Because I went 2016, and from that day on, when I was at Life is Beautiful, what happened was, I was broke, right? Still sleeping on the floor, didn't have nothing. In our apartment, we had no furniture whatsoever, right?
And you're at the festival?
I'm at the festival. But but look, I was hooked up with a ticket to the festival.
Baby.
Okay.
See, to be clear, I was hooked up. I didn't pay for the ticket.
There we go.
I was networking and happened to get a ticket.
Regular shit. Okay.
Because I didn't have no money. I was broke at the festival. But luckily, I had a VIP pass, gave me free food,
free
drinks. So I was chilling. So what the situation was, now I'm at this festival thinking, damn, this is how life should be, right? This is great.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. So I'm looking at the stage, at the very front, VIP chilling, like I got to get on the stage. And so that was my state of mind. So then I just set that goal and you got to figure out the steps. So the first was like, how do I get in here? Like, how can I network? How can I find just a contact or something?
Yeah.
I ended up finding like this house that somebody was like, yo, this is like the co-founders or whatever. And I went there and it was just a lot of like trying to find who I can present myself to. But anyways, through all that, the CEO ended up coming to one of my shows and that helped open some doors because it was, I mean, it's the CEO, you know? So it's a lot easier to be like, yo, check this guy out from that person over like the intern, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyways, it still took some time from them and from that point, but it helped. And I was just stay consistent. Same thing. I'm like, yo, I just was here. I was here. I was at House of Blues. I was at this. I'm on the Vegas Weekly. I'm everywhere. Just sending all that information. So at that point, because, you know, they would usually put 2 to 3 people on from the city. And at that point, it was like, man, who else? Who better than right now? I'm killing it. I'm out there everywhere. Like, it's hard to ignore that I'm out there everywhere, you know? And so it worked out. And, you know, it was really dope to do, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot from it, you know? On the production side, a lot of things that I didn't know that I learned. And it was cool, man. So
that's dope.
That's dope. For sure.
That's very inspiring. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's really inspiring. What do you think it is that the common person or artist or whatever is missing in their package to try and make that happen? Because I mean, like, it's easy to say, okay, hey, you got to meet connections, and then you got to stay consistent. You got to get on, you know, like if somebody wanted to follow the Mike Xavier path or mirror themselves based around something that Mike Xavier just said, then it can be inspiring. Like somebody like me is very inspiring, but to the average person, that could be overwhelming.
Right.
And you say to that what?
You know, the thing is that it's not easy. That's difficult. And so I think a lot of times people get wrapped up in looking for the easy route of like, well, I just got to do this. Or feeling entitled, I think, is a big issue a lot of times, where somebody might do a show, right? And let's say to them, somebody's like, I don't know, I just sold 50 tickets, right? Okay. And they're hype off of that. But festivals like that, it's such a large scale. And honestly, a lot of the part of the reason why we were even put on shows like that here is just showing love to the local scene, right? Or else it'd be a lot more difficult to get on, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a numbers game. And I to say that I think there's things missing, it's not necessarily that. I think it's just that there's so many people in an advanced state of their career that it's harder to come back and be like, we're going to put you on over this person who just, they got a song that's doing 5 million streams right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily, it's just like breaking out of the mold to be like recognized, you know? Because even if you're trying to get another festivals, it's like nearly impossible, you know, without a booking agent or something like that, you know? So is it possible? For sure. But it's just something that you got to really find a way to break out and be different or compete with these other artists that have big numbers behind them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. On a local level, you did you ever get any pushback for that?
For what?
Because you say they put you on mainly because they're showing love to the locals. But you're not really a local.
Nah, I never got any pushback from it. And I think the reason why they look at it that way is because
on a local scene, like the local artists,
right?
Were like, did you ever get any pushback from local artists? Like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, probably, yeah, for sure. I mean, it hasn't really got back to me, but I imagine there is for sure. Like, I wouldn't doubt that at all. That people are like, who the hell's this? Or why him? Or what? Or not, I'm sure. Yeah, I just haven't had a lot of that directly to me. But I've seen some of it where somebody's like, who's this? Like when they announced it, for sure, I saw little things like that. But people that I don't know, so it's like, you know, whatever. You just write that off, you know?
Sell them a ticket. Tell them come find out.
Yeah. But definitely. I mean, everybody's going to get that. I mean, when was it? Man, I forgot what it was. But yeah, there's always somebody that was like, who the hell's this? Put Dizzy on, you know? Put Dizzy on instead. Or they're saying different people. And that's just how it is. Nothing that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? But you always get that. But yeah, I would say for sure I got that.
Do you think it's generally been more love than backlash for you out here, though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been... I've gotten a few people that say things like that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know them, so it don't really matter much to me because everybody's going to have an opinion or say something. Yeah. And that's to each his own, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like... It's hard to fault some people because like if they don't know me, they ain't never heard of me. Of course, they're like, who the hell is this guy? Which they're really like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But nah, man, I think I've got more love from people than anything. But that's also, I feel like, because I'm always trying to like big people up too, you know? So like with the shows that I've done, especially like towards, you know, before everything got shut down, I was really trying to do shows to put other people on.
Yeah.
And it was like, I say that I would host it because that's just me, you know, building the brand too. But I was really trying to put shows together, like the hip hop and poetry shows that we were doing, or the city vibes or whatever, where people would come and they're watching other people perform. I'm not even performing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was more love than hate for sure, but definitely there was some.
How do you feel about the state of the music industry right now? How about not state of music? Let's talk about for us state of hip hop and R&B and black music right now.
You know what's funny? I was just kind of thinking about that yesterday, actually. And I mean, I think it's going through a lot of adjustments, man. I think it's a time. It depends. You know, some people can be creative. I think people are getting over it now. In the beginning of this whole pandemic thing, I think it's maybe you're not feeling like being creative because not really a lot going on. You know, like usually you're out doing things, and that might be what inspires you to make the music. And I don't think as much of it was going on then, but I think now it's coming back to where people are just back in the studio making music and just kind of like understanding that right now you're just releasing music, not necessarily releasing and getting ready for a tour and doing all these things. It's just getting back to like music, videos, and, you know, keep it moving. But I got Spotify, right? And my release radar seems to be like new music every other week or so. Yeah. Which is cool for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, I think. You know, I think music's still coming out.
Where do you see yourself playing out in the music industry in the next few years?
You know,
well, matter of fact, talk short term. Let's talk this year. What's Mike Xavier's goal for this year? Business aside, music strictly. What is your goal? I didn't see you do nothing last. Like I saw a couple singles. Right. You know what I mean? But it wasn't anything on a
I'm just like
usual level.
Right now, I'm just like, I think right now I'm just kind of like chilling, not trying to force anything. You know, like if I'm inspired, if I'm inspired and want to write a song, then I'll write a song. You know, as opposed to like that grind of like trying to get another song done. I'm just more like, if something inspires me, then I'll write a song about it. But I'm not in like a hurry. Like I got songs right now that I've written recently that I'm just like, cool, but I haven't taken the time to record it and do all that other stuff. But I think they're good songs that people would enjoy. I just haven't, you know, went through the process of doing it yet. I'm just not in a rush.
Do you think the time that we are in has exposed those that don't make good music? That's a question for everybody.
Elaborate from real quick.
Because I think I've heard the word brand in here a lot, right? And I think too much of the time your brand is put in front of the music. So while you can release terrible music, your brand is strong enough to put an umbrella over that, right? So like say just on a mainstream, right? Say a Nicki Minaj releases a terrible song, but her brand is so strong that
the Barbies
will come and give you any kind of pushback, even if the song is terrible. I think so in this time, because everything is shut down, there is no shows, there really is not nothing. It's easier for me to sit down and really take in what you're releasing.
I'm gonna be real with you, and it frightened me a little bit. I think that's why Drake pushed his album back. I really do. Drake had them leaks that came online.
It ain't no tour to make it pop.
Ain't no tour to, like, you can't force. I think I want to concede you. I think Drake is feeling the pressure. I think Drake might be feeling the pressure.
You on to something, bro.
It's a lot of exposing going on, man. Like, you know,
you on to something.
It's not
definitely.
You know, there is no.
Ain't no cheat code right now.
There is no cheat code, and there is no you know how people say and which is fair in some cases, but you know, depending on the mood or wherever you are, right? But I think now that people are sitting, and this is the conversation actually, which is interesting, me and you had it in the earlier episodes about Drake.
Yeah.
But I think now, because people are sitting and they have literally nothing to do, now is the time where people are really listening to the music and digesting it. And I think it's stopping a lot of people from really releasing the music that they want.
They were going to, yeah.
That they were going to, because it'll be exposed.
There's no extra fanfare behind it to mask that. All you got right now is radio promo And
but I think nobody's in the radio in their cars as like that. Exactly. And plus, radio, take it from me, is a dying industry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got podcasts. Everybody got Spotify.
Realistically, there is nothing else. Like, you know, we'll go to a concert for a specific artist, but not listen to their record in the car type shit. You know, a lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people will listen to a specific type of music when they in the club and will never have it on their Spotify.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's definitely a thing because there's no extra.
Nothing else.
The focus is on the music strictly. You know, it really don't even matter about your social media presence right now. Like, if you are putting out good music, it's going to you're gonna notice the impact from it right now. You don't have the tours to rely on and the sales from that. Merch ain't really doing that well like that right now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make good music right now. Like, we're seeing it. I mean, I hate to say, but like Danny Layla's project is a prime example of that shit. Like, cool.
She getting trashed right now. And you can't tell me if the world was
but that record's ass. But if the world was
if the world was moving, it would have came and went. But because everything is stopped on a standstill, they tore through that record.
Bro, if the world was moving, it wouldn't even be a thing. The reason why they're mad, just to put in context, I believe, what's the name?
She
of the
made
record?
like a light skin. I haven't heard it, but she made like a light skin song.
That's the baby girl, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I didn't know she rap or sings or whatever.
I don't know what she
sings.
I didn't know I do.
She's a singer, but she be trying to rap.
Okay.
Either way, not knocking your creativity.
It works the other way too sometimes.
But anyway, she made a song. Basically, people feel like she's downing everything other than light skinned women.
Okay.
And realistically, if clubs were open, this would probably be the hottest song pumping right now. Because there's nothing going on. Realistically, ain't nobody got nothing to focus on. So the political correctness of that record is what they can focus on. If the clubs were open right now, if the day clubs and the pools were gonna be open, that would be the fucking record that would be playing when you walk in.
Yes, bitch. Yeah.
It's scary time for these artists out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Even you know, like J. Cole is one of my favorites. And you know, niggas out here now like, hey man, when you gonna play some music, man? We tired of these motherfucking Def Poetry Jam fucking stand-ups you doing. You know what I'm saying? All he doing is sitting in front of a microphone and saying words and like give you a little you know that shit when he be trying to sing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what he be, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, how I go?
You know he be like,
how I go?
And we in chains and chains. You know he be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like now, man. Hey man, where the music at?
What'd you think of the last Lewis Street project or something like that? It's like two tracks.
Oh, I liked what was the Simba joint?
Yeah,
I like the Simba joint. The other one was just okay to me, but they came and went.
Yeah,
they came and went like that.
I had to really dig deep in the archives to remember that one.
Yeah, Cole got about, and that was when the city, shit was shut down. But Cole got what, 4 or 5 hours, and that was gone. WAP.
Cole got
WAP gave you. WAP was probably the biggest record of last year, and lasted maybe a week. So it goes back to me and your conversation about your boy, and then he pushes his album back. So hey, I'm waiting right now for you to be like, Spence, all right, you on to something, man?
There'll be a lot of music later on. I feel like maybe maybe this year we'll see.
You got so many people holding music right now. I won't be surprised if this will be the first time we've been stuck in a sound like for about 2-3 years.
Because you can't do nothing.
Because everybody is holding their 2019 like projects. The shit that was supposed to come out in 2020 was already made in 2019.
Like I said, I you know, I love bro, and peace to him, man. I'm really, really starting to love his music. But it's easier now to make Pop Smoke records.
Oh my God.
It's so easy now to make Pop Smoke records.
R.I.P.
Because what else you gonna listen to him, man? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The world opened up. Where you listen to them records at?
Not the club.
Where's that upon me?
Not the club.
Nowhere.
Pop Smoke was going up. Pop Smoke was going up.
Pop Smoke. But I'm talking about
not the
now.
drill shit.
All the music sounds just like him.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are we listening to this at? I'm not even going to get gas listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even do Texaco like that. You know what I mean? You feel me? So where do you listen to? It's too slow. It's too slow to lift weights to it. It's too slow to get on the treadmill.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? You're not listening to it with the kids in the car.
Hell nah.
You're not listening to it on the way to the turn up because you don't want to shoot nobody. You ain't trying to beef with nobody. So where are you listening to this at?
They're listening though.
Can we
you
acknowledge
can't
that all of them beats
somewhere.
is the same
It's doing
beat?
numbers.
Can we just acknowledge that all of them songs have the same?
It's the same beat,
right.
the same fucking rapping style.
Man, listen.
But see, that's because people are so easily pleased though. So it's like if that's what's working, they're just like, all right, let's do it again. You know.
And I'm
until it changes.
Yeah, and I ain't even brought the youngsters up because the youngsters love that shit. So
they do.
I was about to say, it's like somebody's listening to it. Somebody got Pop Smoke at the top.
It's doing billions of streams.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I'm saying Pop is.
He's talking about that style of music. He's talking about the drill.
You ever heard of Whoopty by CJ?
The who?
Exactly. It's the only song nigga has out, my nigga. It is the top 3 most viral song in the world right now.
Oh wow.
Sounds like it's literally cookie cutter like that. You know what I mean? But somebody's listening. Like maybe it's not for us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's.
Like I said, I feel it. That's the style right now, but it's easier to make that style because the world ain't open. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It because it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
That sound has been around for a while, but
Pop made it cool here.
Yeah, Pop definitely made it cool, but also like,
would that be the sound if he didn't pass?
Not even if he didn't pass.
It was going up.
He was coming up.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
that sound.
It was moving.
Yeah, it was moving because he wasn't the only artist doing it, and he wasn't the only popular artist doing it. He was he probably was maybe the only major artist doing it, considered major artist.
Big New York nigga to do it.
But that whole sound is a whole movement in itself, and it's been around for a very long time. It doesn't surprise me that it's catching the
masses.
The masses and the attention that it is right now while the world is shut down.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, like,
get that shit out of here.
This is
get that shit out of here.
Mission music, bro. Like
it's a fact.
Yeah, like that's the only time you listening to this shit. I'm just being real.
That's right.
That's dope though. To actually make your own music for an occasion. I ain't gonna lie, I think that's pretty hard. Like if you like,
it is. Like,
in my opinion, I think I always like the homie Jada said, man, death is the ultimate promo. And I think when Pop Smoke got assassinated, unfortunately, a lot of people started using his sound as a way to show love to him, and then that sound caught on based upon what happened to him.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's a way to look at it.
Okay. Just my opinion.
Okay. That's a way to look at it. You're right, Spence. Well, you're right again.
I'm just,
genius. No, good point though. You're right. But what you asked about branding though, like your main thing. Yes, I Drake made me a firm believer. Like, okay, yeah, this. You feel the pressure of what the music has to be like now. So
tell you.
My answer to your question is yes, I feel like it is a different time because the brand can't. The brand might not save you this time if it need be.
The Pusha was the first to me that put chinks in his armor. I think COVID took the armor off. And while he's still doing numbers, the wins and losses, or ain't that what the song called?
Yeah.
Baby. That's what it is. Wins and losses, right? While he's still doing numbers, the influence is not there as it once was. And you can't tell me that whatever the fuck is going on with him,
I think relatively the influence is still there. Relatively. Compared, so? I think everybody's grip on everything has loosened. Everybody's grip. It's not just Drake's. It's everybody's.
Yeah. Nobody's holding
the ratio of the grip that's still going on. Drake still has. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got more of a grip than most.
But what I'm saying is, Miles, is when Drake before COVID, right? Mm-hmm. When everybody was basically planning their album releases around him, when you knew Drake was dropping,
stay out the way.
Stay out the way. The world stops. Even like when he dropped a commercial, was it like a commercial or whatever for this album? That shit came and went. That shit don't happen when the world is opened up. So now, with COVID, now the shit is shut down, ain't nobody scared of him no more. And I don't think a Drake album stops the world like it used to, even if the world is stopped. Because he doesn't have his brand to lean on no more. Now it's the music and the music only. He dropped Wins and Losses is a Nike commercial. That's Nike. That's TikTok. It's bigger than the music itself. So if the world was opened up, that song would have been.
It would have been a whole.
It would have been groundbreaking. It would have been groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I believe if the world was opened up. But you drop that and the world is shut down. You don't have your brand to lean on. All of a sudden. This a Nike commercial, but Nike ain't using you.
That'd have been the song for the Lakers parade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you ain't got your brand to lean on to push it no more. So now it's just wins and losses. And it ain't had an impact like he thought it was.
Whose record is that?
Drake.
One little Dirk. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
And great business. That was the official single off that.
That was the official single.
That was it.
Right? Yeah.
I'll start off to it. Really?
Yeah.
I think it debuted at number 2, I think, behind the WAP song, right? With Cardi B and
I think Drake took number 1. Like,
I don't think he took number 1. I think they got it.
I know it did. I know Megan, WAP did hit number 1.
Hit,
it hit number 1, and Drake was number 2. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was the same time, but I know. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would Google it to verify, but I don't think it got number 1. I think it got number 2 after, just behind WAP and Cardi and Megan. But Google it.
It's the perfect time though to drop a Throat Baby. The world has been talking about Throat Baby for the past week. We talking about Drake month. He just said he was gonna drop it in what?
You talking about Drake month?
No, he just said he was
drop it this month.
But he just said he was gonna push it back. What, a couple days ago?
Because of an ACL.
Niggas say fuck that. The world is talking about Throat Baby right now. In what world does that? In what world does that happen if COVID is not here?
You right. Also, that's funny as fuck. I'm sorry.
Laugh now, cry. We're saying win some, lose some.
Laugh
now, cry later.
My bad.
Shit is so.
That's what I was wondering. But when you said that, I know a song you're talking about.
You should have just called that shit Baby, man. Fuck it.
Baby.
Yeah. See if that hit number 1. I think it peaked at number 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
You know what I do wonder about the whole music scene or just artists in general? I wonder if right now they it's not as motivated, you know? Where it's just kind of like, what am I dropping for right now?
Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing popping. It's not
because what is it to do behind it?
On the road or whatever. So it might be something where they're still creating, but they're waiting.
It hit number 1 R&B hip hop, number 2 on Hot 100.
Yeah, Hot 100. Yeah, see. I think it was just behind WAP.
Tough.
I remember that. But man, maybe it's just somewhere they create, but you're just not as motivated. Because if you think you got a big popping record, you obviously, if we were in a studio and you had a big popping record, you're hype. But at the same time, you're like, what am I going to put this out for? It's not about to go to the club and be in all like a quick club tour, making $100,000 an appearance. We're not going to do that. So why put the record out right now?
Right.
It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a big.
Anything's possible, obviously. But I'm just saying.
I think that's the main reason Riri ain't putting shit out. Like,
she don't got to though.
Yeah, she on a whole nother
level.
You
don't have to, but there's something in the touch.
She's one of the. She's one of the few. That's why I think I have her over Beyonce. Because Beyonce can go years without an album and it'll just be like,
oh yeah, bam.
It'll just be like, Beyonce. Rihanna hasn't been on a feature.
Nope.
She ain't put out an album in.
When was the last album with the
5-6 years?
Was it maybe 2016 or something? Maybe. I feel obviously we don't know
what was
the situation.
That? 16, 15?
It's been like 15, 16. I think it was 16, maybe 15. I don't know, but. I think she's probably just over it right now. She got other things going on. It ain't even that serious. Possibly. I feel like,
but it's been 5-6 years, and that 2016. That's it though. No features, no nothing. And I think the top is bubbling though. Like people cannot wait for her music. So when she do drop, that shit's going on.
Oh, it's gonna be.
You know what the thing too though is, obviously everything's could be different, but I also feel like the longer it is, like if you look at Dre, the longer it is, the more it's unlikely sometimes to come out, to come to life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, yeah, we're about to do this, music's coming. And then you just care less about it. So because you got a business, you got this, you got that. She was with this billionaire dude. They're on a yacht, they're chilling.
Fenty is doing a billion.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like, it could be more where like she's just not tripping,
She's had only 2 singles that have been featured. She's only had 2 features since 2016. And that was Wild Thoughts and Loyalty.
Told you.
That's tough.
That's it. And that top is bubbling. When she release something, man, that motherfucking lid gonna blow.
You know it's wild too if you think about it.
I think that might even be come and go. I'm not gonna lie to you. If she does it like now, it'll have its moment. It'll be an impact. Like it'll be a meteor's coming.
Nah, I get
it'll
it.
fizzle out.
I give it a year or two. Still.
No, ain't gonna be a year.
I don't know,
like, we didn't. Let's not say we, but they didn't. Nobody's talking about Taylor Swift's album like that no more.
Hell no. Nah.
They're not talking about Ariana's album like that no more.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
That shit came and went.
Like
the same.
They not Rihanna though.
But you know what? It did numbers.
It did.
And
it's going to.
Right.
It's like
it's not gonna stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna
didn't talk about
it's gonna
like
snow,
that,
but it's gonna when it hit the ground, it's gonna be like, all right, cool, it snowed.
You can do all the numbers. You can do all the numbers in the world, in my opinion. You can do all the numbers in the world, and while that'll get you somewhere, influence will always get you further. When you said earlier, every time someone sees me, right? Or every time somebody brings up something, they bringing up Mike. They see Mike everywhere.
Right.
But when you have influence on the world, they see you when you're not even there, when you're not even around, when you're not in the same space. The way people talk, the way people listen to music, the way people think, that's influence. And not too many people have that in the world. Not even the ones that are doing crazy numbers, so to speak.
Who has that as an example so we can just put that in perspective?
How's what?
That type of influence,
yeah,
the Rihanna's, Beyonce's.
Influence? What do you mean influence that what?
Where they just have shit. They have influence on the world without the numbers.
Okay.
They be comparing Beyonce to Jesus, fam.
Yeah.
But shit, Rihanna, Beyonce, and Mike. Maybe.
You know what's interesting is like you never know if it's like something that in Rihanna's case where on a personal level it just becomes annoying more than anything.
Yeah, that's
where all you hear is these people talking about where's the music, where's the music, and it kills the passion. Where you're just like, man, I ain't even tripping on the music right now. It's like, don't take nothing about when's the album coming out. You know what I'm saying? And then that kills it too.
That sounds cool until you know what I'm saying. Fenty get a lawsuit and you can't. You know what I mean? You down bad a couple hundred M's and now you need to drop an album and then.
But that's
that's
just
you know what I'm saying?
When you popping the pussy for Princess, bro, ain't no turning back.
I feel like anything's possible, but it's highly unlikely that she has to go back to an album for financial reasons or whatever.
Yeah, that Pooh Tang got a high price tag on that thing. Hey, she ain't gotta do nothing no more.
Her money's long. You know what I'm saying?
She old.
Nigga said when you popping pussy for Princess.
Well, for Princess, it's a rap, bro.
She took a page of Janet Jackson's book.
Hey,
boy.
Man, look.
She got with it.
I feel
got
out. Like bro from that went to Cimarron and shit.
Oh, Cimarron. Who?
What's bro? That's
Who?
You know what I'm saying? He gotta wake up to that every day, but bro, that's smashing Madonna.
That young cat.
He went to the young cat. He went to the dancer.
Okay, he way young then. He must be.
No, he's younger than all of us.
Okay, yeah, it must have like.
I think he was like 20.
But they're in like a relationship.
Yeah, I see that.
He used to be. He always was dancing in front of
Fiction.
No, not Fiction.
Oh, okay.
No, he was always.
I know you're talking about. It's not somebody we.
He
know
was in front of.
real.
He was in the. I remember we went to a Floetry concert, I believe, and he was in like the parking lot, like pop locking and shit.
Floetry trying to he's putting his bid
but
in.
He went to Cimarron. Like he was just a dancing nigga. Him and his brother just on the internet, just dancing and shit.
Nigga crumping that bingo night, trying to get some old
Madonna,
woman.
fam.
Damn. Hey man,
you ain't know you
Rumble, young man.
I know
Rumble.
he was from here.
Shit.
He was from Cimarron.
That's
he got his
royalty
networking
right
game on point,
hey,
though.
man. Look,
listen, you done got in the pop royalty right there. You good?
Hey, that's it. Hey, look,
you ain't gotta do shit.
Ain't bearing no children out there, but you know what I mean.
Man, you can imagine waking up to that. Raw.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
I couldn't imagine.
That'd be scary.
I'm cool.
That'd be scary.
Jumanji.
That look like the wolf from Thriller.
I'm cool.
Ooh, with that makeup, food. But hey, he never have to worry about money again in his life.
This is true.
And just the resources and shit. That's why when everybody was killing dude for fucking with Lori Harvey, not Lori Harvey, Larsa Pippen. Like, do you know the resources that come from fucking with chicks like that?
Yeah.
He could hate Madonna.
Right.
He could absolutely hate Madonna. But the resources in the rooms that I'm going in on behalf of this vagina,
he up now.
He
up now. He on.
No, I'm saying the resources in the rooms that this vagina puts me in is enough for me to sleep next to it every night.
Your contact list gets an upgrade.
Yeah,
is what it is, you know.
And he's young.
Phone get answered a little more.
Maybe 24, 25.
Oh damn.
He can't be that young. He can't be. He gotta be younger than that. Like I'm 26 and
he's a young cat.
Damn.
He couldn't have went to school when I went. He got to maybe 22. Let's go with that. But I don't. That's 4 years away from me. Maybe he was coming in as I was leaving, but nah, ain't nobody.
If you was there at the same time.
I'd have. Not even that, but I know who it is. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I was real.
Okay, what we in 2021?
We 2021, brother.
26, 27. So
let me see, bro. Let me see my brother. Let me see my homie.
Let me see if I can get a good picture.
I think she's 60
right here.
or something.
Oh.
He go to Cimarron.
He went to Cimarron.
Okay. All right. He don't look familiar. I ain't gonna lie. He don't look familiar.
Hey man, look.
That's my class, my nigga. Like, wait a second.
See, my thing is like,
but that's a BlackBerry I would hack.
I could deal with like,
That's a BlackBerry I would hack.
Yeah.
Just on the contact.
I don't know
list.
if I could deal with how I'm gonna get looked at in that like publicly, but I'd do it.
Really? I'm a nobody. Nigga, fuck y'all. I am a nobody.
And now you're Madonna's boyfriend.
Now Madonna's boyfriend. Nigga, bye.
Forever.
Forever. You are Madonna's boyfriend.
Maybe another decade. That may be it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Just like Britney Spears' ex-husband. You don't know that nigga
Federline?
Federline. Whatever, he's still paid.
This is true. This is true.
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Yeah, okay.
Madonna may not have no eggs, and I'll be shooting in that every day.
Spoiled eggs.
Fuck it.
Spoiled eggs. Rotten eggs.
I ain't doing that.
Mike, man, you still love doing music, man? Is it still fun to use?
Yeah.
Still?
I just don't make it if I'm not inspired. That's all.
Got you.
You know?
You're not inspired right now, or?
Well, I'm inspired. I've been making some music recently. Okay. I just haven't, put it out. But like right now.
Okay, you're not inspired to put out music right now.
I just haven't been setting the time apart to do it, because it takes time, really. Yeah. Like I've written some songs recently. I just haven't felt inspired enough, I guess, to take the time to record it, put it out, and do all that.
What?
You giggling? It's like
I grabbed my water and said, "Yeah, what the fuck? What's going on right now?"
I didn't know. I'm like, okay, he about to say something. Like, I wanted to laugh too. Like, okay.
Shit, I gotta get this shit out my throat, man.
You know what I think it is? The main thing is I've debated on whether to put a collection of songs out or just singles. I think I'm just gonna do singles. Is what it is.
That's what we're about to do.
But I think that's what it was. So it's like I've had these songs, and I could have recorded, released, put it out, but I haven't because I'm like, should I just put these songs out together as a little, 3-song thing or whatever? Yeah, little care
Both of y'all have said this. Starting with Mike, both of you guys have said this previous conversations.
So what?
And you just said it now about the singles, right? Can y'all give me a little on a why?
Yeah, I can for sure. For me, I think people appreciate, like I've asked before, that's why I say it, but I've asked before, like, what do you guys prefer, singles or projects? And I've got more project over single. When I ask, I do my votes.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple different times.
The polls and
the polls, yeah.
Polls are incredible.
And people have just been said more projects over singles. But it's cool. It's cool to have a project where it's just more than one song. But I also think, personally too, it's also dope to have a new song in your release radar once a month. You know what I'm saying? Or it just, even though it's that one song, you take it in and go to the next one. So I think right now as a whole, a lot of people are on just like a single vibe where it's like, because now the attention span is so short. Anybody could drop an album. People listen to the album once, twice. They could listen to it 10 times in a week, and next week they don't listen to it no more.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like if you can give them 10 songs in a whole year instead of just 10 songs in January. You can give them 10 songs all the way through November if you're giving them singles. You know? So it's cool. I think that outweighs like the better way to do it than maybe a project, because it's just I guess the thing on the project side is you could build more around it a lot of times. Like you could do a show. You could do a tour. You could do all these things. But even right now, you're not doing that in any of that. So it's like singles is probably like the better way to go. And anyways,
From an artist perspective, right? I would like to say like I create content, right? But from an artist perspective, with people who who listen to you and the followers and the fans you guys have, how much is too much? And I'm not just talking about like right now, right? Like you see artists that be dropping so much music, like from an artist perspective, when do you know I'm putting out too much?
When you're forcing the music to put it out. If you're an artist and you just really make music, you guys come in the studio right now, you just made a dope song, put it out. And that's what it is. Whatever, put it out. Because the fans, they're going to eat the songs up. I think it's the point where if you're just like, damn, this is exactly like the last one you put out, and it's the same thing, or you're just like, man, we got to put out a song, and you're just throwing stuff together, and it's like, it's not really good, but you're just like, yo, put it out. I think that's when it kills the vibe. But if you like an artist for real, and they're putting out good quality music, even if they put it out every week, but it was good music, I don't think it would matter. It wouldn't matter to me personally. I wouldn't be like, damn, stop putting out music. But if it was really good, you'd be like, cool, another one, dope,
Got you.
But that's what I've seen in the past where somebody just featured or whatever, or just putting out songs, but it's not really good. And they're just putting out content.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Brown.
You had to go there.
Spence on one.
Spence had to talk wrong.
That nigga Spence is on one.
I mean,
today.
who's the artist that you like? Cole, he said, right? Or who do you like? Who's like somebody you really like their music for real?
You like Nas?
That's GOAT right there, man. Right now, I would say Wale.
Wale.
It's someone that I really, really, really enjoy.
So and not just to simplify,
he's on the level we talking about in this room right now.
Wait for him.
Where he'll release a 3-pack. He'll release a single.
And you like all of them. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
So, but see, that's cool then, because if he took that and had a whole album ready, would you prefer him to give you the whole album or just a song a month? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like, because it's cool. Because imagine every month, you got a new dope song coming.
Yeah.
Or you want the album in January, or you want it spread out till November.
Yeah, I would say if it was an artist that I didn't like or wasn't one of my favorites, drop the album. But if it's somebody I didn't like King Disease terrified me. Not because I thought the music was gonna be bad, but because I felt like in the time we are in now, that shit was gonna come and go. It was one of the few albums last year that lasted throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's like, because I'm a fan of his, that's what scared me. But for the artists that I really, really like, because I care about more than just the music, yeah, give me a song. Give me a few here and there. Give me a care package. Yeah. Because I know
that's gonna last.
I'm invested in this artist. Yeah. As a fan, as a listener. And I know that, man, you dropped his album. That's gonna be the last I'll probably hear from you for the rest of the year. You feel me? And I don't know if you can really do that
nowadays. Yeah. And
that's what I was getting at with you. I was asking, like, do you still love it? Why are you not, are you not inspired just to release music? Because do you feel that might be counterproductive to the brand that you worked hard to build, but we're still building our brand still, we're all not where we want to be in the grand scheme of things. Do you think that might stunt your growth at all, or?
Well, I've thought about it, but for me personally, I don't think so, because I know how to get the word out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was trying to accomplish something, like if I just came back and they said April, everything was back to normal, like it never happened. Yeah. Right? I know that I could do a show in like June or something and just get right back to like my name is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I know exactly what you mean. And yeah, sometimes it does work that way. And I think it's just about knowing how to like, I don't want to say or market maybe or something like that, but I'm confident in my abilities to where if I was trying to do something, I would make it seem like I never left. You know what I'm saying? And just get the word out there, even if it wasn't to the same people, even if some of the people that were like, I'm over that. I know how to reach new people.
Okay. Have you thought about taking your talents to OnlyFans?
Nah.
No, not from the porn.
You just came out of nowhere. You just came out of nowhere.
No. Like earlier you were talking about the shows and everything that you was putting on, right? You never thought about taking
Patreon, which is like the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
See, it just sounds different.
No, because originally OnlyFans were for artists.
Yeah. OnlyFans is the original Patreon. Like it
That's
was
funny.
built for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just got
right.
And so now Patreon is for the content creators.
Well, see, look, I'm a numbers guy too, so I always think just different avenues. So let's just, for example, say you were like, I ain't messing with nobody, but only people that really mess with me. Like, I don't care about somebody heard my song in Brazil one time. Yeah. Right? So you put on these platforms to grow and whatever, and people around the world, whatever. But if you were just like on some, I'm not messing with nobody, they're not messing with me for real, right? I'm going to take all my music down. And I'm going to put all my music on just this platform, Patreon or whatever. I'm going to create an
your
app,
own platform, yeah.
Whatever it is, and whoever really, really messes with me pays $1 a month, right? Nothing crazy, but just $1 a month. You got just, I don't know, 5,000, whatever. Like, that adds up like crazy, right? Yeah. And it's just on a small scale. But I'm just saying, like, you think about different things like that. It just depends. Like, can you imagine if, like, somebody like Drake, right? I mean, it's ridiculous when you think of
Wale or whoever. I always said, if Rihanna put a new album on OnlyFans right now,
it'd be
crazy.
That's what CV is getting ready to do. I think his next shit is gonna be
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
it's gonna change, man. I mean, think about how technology.
That's why I was saying, like when you put on your poetry. So say like y'all three decided y'all wanted to do something, right? Like y'all used to do back in the day, right? Throw your poet. You got
said back in the day, like it was
like 2 years ago.
I mean, you said it like it was like
about 2 years ago,
90s, nigga. Back.
But that's back in the man when the world has stopped. That's back in the day. But when y'all was doing the open mic joints, right? Y'all decided to do that. And y'all say, okay, well, we gonna put this on for this night. We're gonna put this on. It's gonna be on like Patreon or OnlyFans, whatever. Digitally, I don't think it would be hard to sell no tickets that way. You know what I'm saying? The street work is down. The street work is down. You just hit a motherfucker up like, hey man, here's the link, man. We gonna be shit.
Man, for me, I thought about different things like that, but man, that's hard. I sell what I believe in, and it's hard for me to sell something to somebody.
You still doing it? You just it's just online.
I know that's the thing is I'm not a fan of it online. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. Like I think we talked about it too. You know, people have asked me, "Hey, you want to perform on this?" But I can't, man. It's not the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to take that and try to sell it to somebody. Although I have thought about it, and there are people that would do it. It's just
so you don't think they would?
I don't have that passion. I think some people would do it, yeah. But it's something I would have to like really force myself because I've thought about when I do shows, for example, right? I've thought about offering live streaming of the shows where people can't make it or they're and some people would appreciate it, like they're in
different state, out of town.
Yeah, like
family.
You know, they still want to be a part of it. Like they would buy a live stream for $5 or something, you know? So I've thought about it and I probably will do it at some point. It's just it's hard to like.
But it's better as an additional component to the live show.
Than the show.
Than it just being exactly.
Being the live show. Because then it's just an add-on. Like, yo, we're at this, you're at House of Blues, right? And now you're just gonna set up this thing to stream.
Yeah.
And it's really nothing, but now maybe it brought an extra $500,000, whatever.
Right.
That's cool. But to be the thing, like we're gonna do this whole production and then we're just live streaming.
Well, I mean,
you know?
The city is shut down in aspect, right? But I still think there are some ways to do it and do it responsibly.
Well, the thing is though, there's I would do it like a show. Like an actual live show?
Like a full-on show?
No, yeah.
I mean, it is.
You would have like
you can make it happen.
Following protocol, of course.
Yeah.
You would have about you would have about 15, 20 people
at that point
in the room.
It's if the juice is worth the squeeze at that point for you. You know what I mean? Like,
15, 20 people in the room.
So somebody did that recently, right? And shows that would usually sell out and millions and millions of listeners or whatever. And they did an online thing and there was 800 tickets sold. Now that
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's
it doesn't
great.
sound like a lot, right?
It's fucking
but I mean,
awesome.
when you think about the ratio, right? Think about how you can go and do a live show and you can get 1,000 people. But now anybody in the world who has an internet connection can come and there's 800 tickets sold. That sounds like such a small percentage of interested people.
How many? What was the translation like before? You know what I mean? The pandemic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sold out shows. You know, you go to a show.
I mean,
it's like,
well, you've done Brooklyn Bowl. 800 that's a nice amount, no matter where you at though. You know what I mean? Like Brooklyn Bowl, that's
I don't even know if 800
doing
can
numbers
fit
in
in
800.
Well, see, but
Brooklyn Bowl.
800 for sure. I think it's like
800 can fit in Brooklyn Bowl.
Oh no, it's 2450 is the. Actually, technically, it's 2350.
Wow.
Yeah.
2350. When you do upstairs and downstairs, downstairs is 1800 and upstairs is the rest. But I'm just looking at it in the sense of like, I mean, just Coachella, for example, right? While they do it, I mean, they do it for free online or something like that. But just imagine if those people who couldn't make it bought a ticket, right? There would be millions of tickets sold, I would think, or because there's millions of viewers, right? Or thousands of viewers. But you get what I'm saying? It opens up the door to more people, but there's such a small amount of tickets sold, is what I'm saying.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean,
wouldn't tickets equate to like views? You said it's such a small.
Yeah, well, and Coachella was a big thing like that. Like Coachella is thousands of people. So what I'm saying,
the difference is now you only got to buy one online ticket and everybody
in the crib
watch it. But also at the same time, a lot of the attraction to those live shows, like the Ultra Music Festivals and the Coachellas that would stream on YouTube while they were going live, is people liked to see the crowd as well.
Right.
When you just have
empty rooms,
just
a stage. You have no crowd ambience. Like it ain't gonna be like an NBA game. We ain't doing the fake crowd shit. You know, like it's not as engaging because a lot of people watch these shows. Like when you're live streaming a show, a lot of people are watching it because they want to feel like they're there.
Okay,
right. That's the thing too. A lot of, I feel like in for us at least, and I think like the main general ideology of concerts in a sense in general was for it to be an experience. And if we're not experiencing nothing, if we're just viewing it, same we watch a YouTube video, we don't experience, these fucking YouTube videos how we would if we went to.
We don't experience the verses.
Huh?
We sit down and watch the verses for 3 hours once a month.
Yeah, but that's also free though too.
It's free.
Yeah,
and
free
but look at who it is though.
Yeah.
You know,
mainly because
Point taken.
It started that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it started as no crowd. Like it was great when Gucci and them did it at strip club, and there was,
yeah,
and that was the theme. It's just a different vibe. It's
exactly,
like, oh, look, you're taking these two cats that are doing their hits. That's just different. You don't see that.
But
every day.
If you were to take like a EDC and make that a live stream only event, you're gonna be bored.
Yeah, you're not
like
doing that.
you not.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen some of the white homies. They took their little drugs and they turned the TV all the way up, get the little TikTok lights all over the room, and turn up with their folks. I've seen it. Right.
I don't blame them.
I ask you though, Spence. Would you pay $5 to see Keisha Cole versus Shanti?
I'm sorry.
Probably not.
Exactly. Okay. So you're not paying $5 a month to watch all the verses from start to finish.
That's what they're
I'm looking at it through a different lens though. I would have paid for Keisha Cole and Ashanti in its inception. Meaning when it was first announced, that was probably one I would have paid for.
Okay, so what I mean, so are you paying the $5
or even
a month to watch all of them?
Even let me scale it back for a minute, because there is one person that we haven't talked about that did both and killed both of them. Now, Erykah Badu was doing live concerts for $1, and she was sitting on her couch with her band and was cleaning up.
Yeah,
$1.
This is true.
It was cleaning up. No, it was kind of like, it was just like a live stream. But she was sitting on the couch with her.
Yeah,
she was sitting on the couch with her band, and she did like maybe two or three. Yeah. But for $1,
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. But that goes back to that goes back to.
I'm thinking about when she did, because she did a Tiny Desk the same way. That's why I'm thinking. Okay, never mind. I thought she did a few more.
I mean, same thing to him, Toby and Weekway. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is though, like you got to think you're catering to the motherfuckers who already fuck with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? True. Like
an artist that doesn't have a
I can't do that. Like I don't have. Yeah. I'm not. It's not gonna be worth the squeeze for me.
But you know what I'm
saying?
Even in when the shit was open, you guys got your audience by putting your brands together. So that audience was a collective of everybody involved.
Yeah, but now
if everybody's involved is on a live stream, you don't think the numbers will correlate?
I'll stop you right there, because whose phone battery lasts that long? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna sit up here and stream? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be different for the people. If let's say Mike sells 300 tickets.
Yeah.
I sell 300 tickets. Larry Dove sell 300 tickets. That's 900. Or you know what I mean? Or whatever. Like access codes, whatever the case may be. There's not gonna be 900 people from start to finish. You know what I mean? Like,
but you got 900 tickets, so.
I guess. So I mean, what's the end goal? Is the goal to make money? Is the goal to increase your brand? Because if nobody sees this brand you're trying to increase,
and then it also take when you got a tour, that same stage show can last 50 dates. When you do a live stream, that stage show is that stage show. The next one you got to come with something different because it's already there. They can literally go back and see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
That's where I would probably like delete it.
Well, yeah. I probably wouldn't make it a pay-per-view thing, like an on-demand thing after that, But realistically, it's harder to. I think a lot of people don't do it because it's harder to consistently do it. You really only got that one good time to do a good live stream.
You got that one take.
That one take to really get those sales in and get the analytics you need. But after that, the show is already.
But it also,
at the same time though, I'm sure, just speaking from my perspective, the artists probably don't even care to do it to begin with. They're probably like, man, I'll wait till we could do a show for real.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I know there are artists that would just fucking kill to get in front of a mic right now.
Yeah.
And a camera.
You just got paid just to do what you love to do.
Right.
I mean, from the beginning of this conversation, listening to you, Mike, to me it all comes down to, are you willing to put yourself out there in a way that others are not? Period. So what's going to stop you from continuing to put yourself out there regardless of what's going on? Those are the ones that are going to be on top, in my opinion. And if I fuck with you, I will pay to see you do what you love. Word of mouth will always be the number one promotion. It only takes one person with something good to say to speak on any 3 people in here, and then y'all shit blow the fuck up. That's how it works.
I think for me, I follow a lot of that, and I just
he's drunk. He's just.
How am I drunk?
No, you talking. You talking because you talking. You getting at it though, bro.
I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? We sit here and I'm listening to 3. I'm listening to 3 talented individuals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Give me the why nots. I sat here and listened to this man speak for about 15 minutes on what he was doing to overcome until shit shut down. How do we overcome the situation we are in now? That's what we need to get to. Everybody should be still thriving in this time if they wanted to. All I'm saying.
I agree. The thing for me, as in terms of like performance, I think it's just a preference because I like that crowd energy.
Yeah.
But in terms of like content, there's definitely things you could be doing in terms of content.
Oh yeah, because at the end of the day, you're still an entertainer. So you still there's other ways than just
the easy way.
Because I done seen a lot of motherfuckers like venture into comedy and doing skits and shit during this time. Which, hey, whatever. But they're staying active and and their brand is getting bigger.
Yeah,
and that might not have been something that they planned to do at the beginning of this shit. They probably was planning on going on a tour.
You just find a way to keep it moving, man.
Yeah, I mean the live aspect, what makes that magical and what makes that a thing is it's the audience. Point blank period. Like I don't give a fuck what anybody say. We bust our ass just to get that reaction out of the audience. We don't do that shit because it's great for us. Because guess what? 50 dates in, we are tired of them songs. The song that we opened the show at Brooklyn Bowl with, we hate that song.
What song was that?
Drip.
Yeah, we love it, but we don't want to play it no more.
Yeah. That one be banging though, from my perspective.
It's the shit.
It better for y'all though.
Y'all
don't. You're not in rehearsal 13 times before the show.
We do that because we love the response that we get from the crowd when that shit went. The moment that first fucking crash is hit and motherfuckers is going crazy. That's why we do it. So when you take that aspect out of it, it's like, okay, well, shit. Don't get me wrong, not everybody is Michael, where I just love to do this shit just to do this shit. Yeah. And even he was burnt out.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, realistically, when the music gets redundant and mundane, you need that fucking audience to give you that energy to be like, all right, we about to get through this show. Because I done played these songs a million fucking times.
Yeah.
And especially as a drummer, when I done played a fucking record, the same fucking record for 50 nights in a row.
Tell this nigga.
Oh my God. If I hear this, I won't play the song no more after I get off the tour.
Thank you.
Fuck that.
Point taken.
It's not even in my library no more for a minute.
He was redundant in mundane. That's like a 7 on the TI scale.
You feel right. That's it right there.
All right, shit. All right.
Hey man, we are gonna have to wrap this up though, man. Noise gotta get out of here. I know Mike gotta get home to the family.
Niggas
man.
is booked and busy, bro.
Hey
Niggas
man,
is booked and busy.
I got a whole motherfucking family at home. When I say a whole family, I mean a whole family. But I've been asleep all day, and then when I get up, I gotta leave. Go here. I ain't said hi to none of them niggas. So shout out to the fam.
I think my dog's still in his cage. I think he is.
I think so. Shout out, little
it's
buddy.
been a long day.
That's the only good thing about having, older kids and shit. Because boy, them dogs, them cages would have been out of line.
Man.
Shit, Mike. Anything you wanna add, man? Anything that we miss out on, or like? Because I appreciate you coming through, and I appreciate your expertise
Absolutely.
and
no problem,
your knowledge, man, and willingness to share your experiences. from the back end, because not too many people get to hear about that. Too many people are focused on just the social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, luckily, we know you. Like, we've had conversations on a lot of different shit. And, you know, I've been able to hear that kind of shit. Vic's able to hear that kind of shit. Noise, Spence now. But a lot of motherfuckers, they just see, you know what I'm saying? They'll just see your IG and be like, damn, another show?
Yeah.
Right.
What another?
I think before you get up out of here, I think it was great about you in this conversation is you know, since I've been doing this, we didn't sit down with a few people, and I think the issue from a consumer standpoint, because I don't make music, I'm a consumer.
Right.
But from a consumer standpoint, I think the issue is the majority of artists that we've sat down with, although they are talented, it oftentimes begins and ends with the music itself. Right. And I think what's great about you in this conversation is you've given a broader perspective on what you can do when the music is out there.
Right.
The hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a great and missing component.
I appreciate that.
I'm a hustler, baby.
Shit, man.
I just want you to know.
Trying to just leave a mark in as many ways as possible.
man.
Here we go, man. Give me your socials, everything. I'll stay in contact with you.
Yeah. So it's at Mike Xavier __ on Instagram and Twitter, and then Facebook is Mike Xavier Music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow me on Spotify.
Keep hustling, man.
Okay.
Niggas gonna have to put your LinkedIn on your tombstone when it's over said and done. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't think I did ever get an answer though. Do you have a plan to release anything anytime soon, or?
Yeah, I want to release some music. I mean, what, January, basically February. I want to release some music at least before April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shout out to your brother with the
you talking about
Sean?
Yeah, that motherfucker right there, boy. That's like the Terminator of fucking.
That's his
hype man.
highlight.
Favorite nigga.
That nigga cold. He
cold.
He the hype man and he the
Sean, he's cold. I can't wait till we get back on stage, man. Yeah.
Y'all see, God
Sean
damn
Christian.
it, this nigga right here, boy, T1000.
Man, our last big show was with DJ Quick, actually, at House of Blues.
Nice.
That was popping, man. That was
Big
fun.
beans.
I wish we could do it again, man. I mean,
We gonna get back there soon.
my last show, my show was Brooklyn Bowl, and I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Patiently waiting.
Did he show y'all love and shit?
Yeah. We had a great time. It was for New Year's, actually.
Oh man,
It was New Year's 2020.
Yeah.
Because y'all said, you know, what I mean, you know, my boy is in my. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all, you know, he slowly creeping into like my top 5 and shit. He say, you know, y'all said they ain't even come out the room. I don't think Brooklyn Ball joint.
You talking?
That kind of hurt my heart a little bit.
Little brother?
Yeah.
Little brother. It's like that though.
I don't know.
And then they literally came it seemed like they came straight from the plane, low key. Did they even do sound check?
Nah, they did not do sound check.
Yeah, I think they came straight from the airport. So I'm not surprised that they
okay.
But yeah.
So they might have been in there napping and shit.
And then also it was weird because we had the bigger green room. Like they green. It
That's
was
surprising. You had the one in the back.
They had the one in the back. Like we had the main area, and then they had the green room inside the green room.
The one
they had the actual green room. We had the lobby going into the green room.
Yeah.
But the whole lobby.
That's usually how it is though. If it's the main act or whatever, they'll get the one at the very back, and then the other one's in the front. If it's too many people, they'll put them on the other side, like by the bowling alley.
But nobody comes in right before the
It depends.
We didn't see y'all until until showtime. Like so.
I mean,
I don't know.
So Quick was cool. Have you had any that was kind of like
Nah. I mean, I've been cool with everybody that I've come across so far, you know. And the show was cool. It was popping. It was a last minute thing that worked out. We got to do the whole band. That was popping.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what's
I
up.
be selling shirts, man. I don't be nowhere near the. I don't know what be going
nigga
on.
Get
nigga.
off stage, get to selling merch.
I'm shaking hands on the way to the merch table.
I think the two people I was super super close to, and it was weird as fuck, but it was super dope. Sleepy Brown. Sleepy Brown was cool as fuck. Sleepy Brown was cool. This is when what's that? It was like a little club in the Rio. Y'all was too young.
172?
Yeah.
Nah, y'all was too young for that.
I can't think of what you talking about?
It was in the Rio.
Where they used to have the Latin night at.
Yeah.
Craig. No, it was no.
I can't think of the name.
Yeah, I mean it's their showroom.
Chaos.
Too. No,
Chaos the club. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
It was in the Rio. It was before y'all, but it was called Crown.
There we go. Crown.
But Sleepy Brown, I was on stage with Sleepy Brown. He was cool as a motherfucker. He was cool.
I said Crave.
And then the other one is fucking Terrell. The fuck is his name? Terrell Owens.
On a side note, just talking about cool people.
Terrell Owens. Yeah.
You know, super cool.
We shared a bottle.
KRS-One was super cool.
I've heard that.
I did a show with KRS-One in LA, and we had a whole conversation backstage, just chilling.
Yeah,
talking. He was hella cool, and that show was off the hook. It was popping. He had the break dances and all that, man.
It was Terrell Stewart and a few motherfuckers, and I think that was the first time.
Terrell Stewart, Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens, I'm sorry.
But
you know how a bunch of people that you don't know, like you only know one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I only knew one person, but you know how a bunch of people get together and they just talking about shit that's like above your pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm drunk at this point, right? And so I just interject myself, and then everybody like,
that's it.
Who is this? Who the fuck is this?
Broke ass.
Yeah.
Nice bottle.
But that was it, man. Shout out, man.
There we go, man. Mike Xavier, man. Gatekeeper _ podcast at Miles Low Music, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pornhub, Tinder, Bumble, all that good shit.
Beats by Noise everywhere. BeatsByNoise.com. Get them beats. Get your studio time. We lit.
Yep. Just call me Spence, man. Hangover Poppy.
There we go.
Hey, you got to keep that one. I'll put that in the edit. You keep it that one. That's gonna pop up. Hangover Poppies pop.
Hey man, that's it.
His Instagram. Here on that.
Let's roll.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you, brothers.
Yeah.